Greetings and welcome to class. I'm Dr. Willis, and today we're going to talk about how you are going to be involved with analyzing your own tests, homework, and classroom assignments. One of my favorite strategies that I want to get you actively involved in is called the red light analysis. We will use the red light analysis throughout the school year. We will use it to group you, to grade your tests, to analyze what you know, and to discover what you don't know, which is going to tell me what I need to teach you in class. So let's get started. At this time, I need everyone to take out a sheet of paper. I would like for this format to be used at all times when you're turning in an assignment to me. On your lined sheet of paper, this is very important because when I am looking at your assignment, it helps me to be able to glean through your assignment and focus on what is important. In order to do that, I would like to have a consistent format from all of you. If you deviate, I am going to return your paper to you because format is important. And you're going to see that throughout your life, that there are specific times where you have to stay within the boundaries of the requested information. And I think a great place to start practicing that is here in the classroom. So you have your lined sheet of paper. And as you can see here, I have your name, the date, and the period on the same line. I skipped the line and I put the lesson. Whatever it is we're working on, that's what you're going to put there. Then I want you to skip 2 lines and I want you to begin writing. Whether we're doing note-taking or you're writing a paper, it does not matter. And I want you to stay within the boundaries of the margins and the lines because the lines are your friend. So I'm going to pause and I want you to set your paper up as I have. Name, date, / period, and the title of the lesson. And then I want you to skip 2 lines and I want you to number your paper 1 through 10. I would prefer that you skip a line. So 1, skip a line, 2, skip a line, 3, skip a line. And it would look like this. Once you're done setting up your paper, I want you to turn your paper to the side. And within the margin, I want you to put information here. I want you to put the essential question that I have on the board, and I want you to write the standard. All of that goes into the side margin. Now that you have your paper formatted, we are actually going to go through a red light analysis assignment because I want you to experience what this will look like, feel like, how you should respond, and how I will respond. in English, it's important for all of you to always understand the main idea. So, we're going to begin with a brain pop video. I want you to watch the video about main idea. At the end of the video, you are going to take the quiz. Your paper is already set up. Where it says lesson, you should have main idea. Your essential question: how do you determine the main idea in informational and fictional text? Your standard is posted on the board, and it should be recorded in the margin as I have written it on the board. Now we're going to watch Brain Pop. If your answer is correct, please do not do any markings. No checks, no happy faces, no circles. Don't do anything. But if your answer is incorrect, then I want you to place an X. Okay? Only if it's incorrect. Place an X on the answers that are incorrect. Okay? Very important. This way, while I am walking around, it's very easy for me to get an idea of how many that you miss. But if I see a lot of markings, I have to figure out what that means. Again, we're back to format. Stick with the format. I promise you, it's going to make it easier for you and for me. All right? Good job. Now that you have finished watching Brain Pop and you have taken the quiz, we are going to analyze your answers. We're going to do it together as a class. We are going to grade the assessment. And having you actively involved is I use red pens. I want you to take all of your writing utensils off your desk. Everything gets put away. The only thing that I should see on your desk at this time is your paper with your answers. While you are putting away all of your writing utensils, I am giving you a red pen. I am either using a can like this that is filled with red pens, or you may see me using a container like this, and inside are my red pens. I have gone through the trouble of taking each red pen to ensure that it writes. But if by some chance your red pen does not write, do not take out your own red pen. Do not. Because if you do, I cannot determine what you are attempting to do. And I will give you a 0 before you even get started. Okay? So, get your red pen. I'm handing them out. Make sure that it writes, which it should, because I've checked them. But if it doesn't, not a problem. Just hold up your red pen and I'll come by and collect it. In the future, there will be times where I will ask one of you to give out the red pens. Okay? I will get them all back because everyone will receive one. I cannot say this enough, especially when we're doing graded assignments, pre-assessments like we're doing today, a test, a quiz. This is how we will grade. You will know your grade immediately. If I see you using anything else other than the red pen that I have given you, I will give you a 0. I will not try to second guess or figure out what you are trying to do. Everybody understand? Okay. Everyone should have a red pen. You have checked the pen. It works. Let's go over your answers. Now, if it is correct, don't do anything. No checks, no circles, no happy faces. None of that. Just leave it alone. If it is incorrect, use your red pen to put an X. That's it. If it is wrong, what are you going to do? All right. And if it is correct, what are you going to do? I'm liking this. Good job. Okay, let's grade your assessment. And the reason that I do it this way is so that you can discover, as I discover, what you know and what you don't know. Please, guys, it's so important that you recognize this is about a skill set and not your ability. Not whether you're smart, exceptional, not smart. It has nothing to do with that. It's called discovering what I know and what I don't know. Because all of you are more than capable of mastering anything that you set your mind to. It is my job to teach you that. I am a practitioner of education. I want you to think of this process like if you went to the doctor and the doctor gave you an assessment. Maybe take blood work, listen to your heartbeat. Sometimes the doctor hits you on your knee to test your reflexes. Look in your ear, make you go, ah. All of that is a way for the doctor to determine what is wrong with you and what is not wrong with you. Well, I use this process, red light analysis, to discover what you do know and what you don't know. Okay? All right. So, we must always be a class, a learning community. We have to be together in this process. I am but one person in this entire class. And as you can see, I'm moving around right now and I'm checking to make sure that you're getting the information that you need. But I need help just like you're going to need help, which is why I'm creating these crazy videos, okay? So, now that we have the data, we're going to move into the next step. And that is to analyze your answers. So, let's go over the answers. And this entire process is called pre-assessing. I want to discover what you know and what you don't know, and you want to know what you know and what you don't know. And the information that we get from this as a learning community, we will be able to structure our class, and it will help me determine what I need to teach and help you determine what you need to be focused on because you need to build that skill set. So on the table, you're going to see a box just like this. You're going to see a lot of containers like this in the classroom because this is where I will house our centers. All right. Now, within this container, I have the materials that you and I are going to need to analyze the data, to determine grouping, and our next steps for learning. So, into the box we go. I would like for someone to hand out to everyone a Ziploc bag. Okay? You're going to get a Ziploc bag. And I haven't decided yet, because the classes are pretty large, if I'm going to give everyone their own set, or if I will leave enough in the center where each class can use it, which means you have a responsibility to not mark on these. Okay? All right. So, everyone has one. I'm going to pause and make sure that you get a Ziploc bag. Inside each of the Ziploc bags, you have 3 colors. Think about when you go to a red light. Stop. I need to not go anymore. I just need to pause. Okay? Yellow. I need to proceed with caution. Okay? And I know if you're like me or you've seen your parents, depending on where you're at, how close you are to the red light, you might go through it. But the reality is, in a red light, when it's yellow, it means slow down. Be prepared to stop. Okay? All right. And of course, we have green. Okay? Green, go right on through. You have the right of way. You just zoom right on through. Okay? All right. Now that you know what each color stands for, it's time for us to take a look at the assessment, at the data. In other words, how did you score based on the 10 questions you had to answer from Brain Pop? Okay, so let's get started with that. I have stickums, and as you can see on the board, I have 3 color zones. I have the red, the green, and the yellow. The color zones will be used to determine how you are going to be grouped, so that I can provide further instruction based on what you know and what you don't know about main idea. Okay? Please, it is so important. There's no shame in this. There's no bragging in this. We are a learning community. We are here to help each other grow academically. And this is also a social time. It's a time for you to share your abilities, your skills, your knowledge. Please, look around the class. There are many of you here, but there's only one of me. And I have such a deep desire to meet all of your needs, but I cannot do it by myself. So we're going to discover where we're at. And through this process, I may team you with someone, or I may work with a group individually, not because you're incapable of learning, but because you need more instruction on a specific skill set. In this example, main idea. All right? So, if you scored 70 or 80, I want you to take this sticker, write your name on it, and I want you to put it on the yellow zone on the board. If you scored 60 and below, I want you to take the yellow, and I want you to put your name on it, and I want you to put this in the red zone. If you scored 90 or 100, I want you to put your name on the red stickum, and I want you to place it in the green zone. I want you to move quietly. I want you to stay focused. Ready? Very quietly and focused. Let's get started. Go. All right, let's go on to the next step. Now it's time to talk about grouping. As you can see on the board, I have you grouped now. And you know what your group is, and you know why you're in that group. Now, the way that I want to do this is we are going to do a lot of activities that are called tiered. We're all focused on main idea, but some of you who still need more information, who still need a little bit more direct instruction from me about main idea, you're going to join me at my teacher's table. Everyone, take a look. And I'm going to quickly walk you through the teacher's table. So we're going to take a pause. Now that I have walked you through the teacher's table, the group that is in red, which, what did we say? That means you've just taken a stop. That's it. You're just stopping, visiting, just to get a little bit more information. Those of you who are at yellow, you're slowing down, but you're not at a full stop. I'm going to give you activities so that you can practice more on main idea. Okay? Those of you who are on the green, I'm going to give you activities about main idea, but it's going to require you to apply 1, 2, 3 processes in order to find the main idea. Because you're pretty comfortable with it, now I want to challenge you. I want you to kick it up a little bit. All right? So, that is how our grouping will work. And we'll stay grouped like this for a couple of days. And then I'm going to give you a quick assessment on main idea. You'll have 5 questions. My goal is that you will answer 4 out of 5 correctly. That's the entire class. Will answer 4 out of 5 correctly. Okay? All right. So, I want to take a pause, and I want you, any questions, concerns that you have about the red light analysis, how it works, what you think about it, I want to hear about it. Okay? So we're going to hit the pause button. So now, let's talk about it. Now that we've gone through the red light analysis, another way that I may use this is to say to you, okay guys, we've been working on this. I feel like I want to go ahead and give you a quick assessment to find out where you're at. But before I do that, I want you to tell me how you're feeling. Okay? Now, I can do this in 1 or 2 ways. I can do it on the spot in the class and take a quick survey for myself, or I can use it as a ticket out the door. So I will have a box filled with red, yellow, and green tickets in this box. And I may say, okay guys, pass it around. And I want you to write your questions or your concerns on the color that coincides with these questions. The first question reads, I would like to work more on this skill. Okay? And if that's something that you want, then I will provide opportunities for you to work more on this skill before we take the test for a grade. Okay? Or you may say, I have a few more questions, like I need you to be specific. For example, okay, Dr. Willis, I'm looking at the main idea, but does it always fall at the beginning of the passage? And we can have that discussion. And I can show you that that's not always so. To give you just that little bit more information that you need for your confidence before we take the test. Okay? And then I'm going to have some of you who will feel, I get it, and I want to practice on my own. For you, I will have activities in the textbook. I may provide you with a reading passage that is on a higher lexile or grade level, and see how you do with pulling out the main idea in more complex reading material. Okay? You guys see how this is working? All right. This is a great first start. We're going to practice this until we get this ritual and the routines of red light analysis activity down to a science. I'll be able to say, okay guys, we're going to do a red light analysis. You will know exactly what you're going to do. There will be no chaos. We will be focused because we are about learning. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you for your attention. And let's get busy.